Mixed reality games are coming. Actually, that's not true, they're already here. Today we're looking at the 5 best current mixed reality games and 5 upcoming mixed reality games. Later, I'll explain how my opinion on mixed reality has changed and why I'm not excited to try out all of these games. I do want to clarify that this video will be covering mixed reality pass-through games. Before we get to all of that, this video does not have a sponsor, but I want to ask you a quick question. Do you like winning free games? Every month over in my Discord, we're doing a drawing for a free game of the winner's choosing. I'll leave a link to my Discord down in the description. We also just activated paid memberships here on YouTube. Paid members get access to a VIP section of Discord with private channels for text chat, voice chat, and a second monthly VR game giveaway, along with all the YouTube perks like badges, emojis, and members only content. And that's all for the self-promotion. Let's get to the games. Starting with mixed reality games you can play on Quest right now. Yes, that includes your Quest 2. In no particular order. Number 1, Demeo. Demeo is a tabletop role-playing game for up to 4 players. You and up to 3 friends select your characters and enter a 3-level map. You fight your way through a swath of unique enemies with turn-based combat and using cards for special attacks. Developer Resolution Games recently added a pass-through mode, bringing the action into your home. Number 2, Blaston. This 1v1 competitive arena shooter also comes from Resolution Games. You and your opponents square off in a futuristic shootout. You have to duck their incoming attacks while grabbing any weapon floating around you and returning fire. It's fast paced and very physical. Now Resolution has added the mode to turn your home into a stylized arena. I've played this several times and it's a very cool addition. If you like shooters but you prefer to shoot zombies. Number 3, Zombies Noir Mixed Reality. This is a wave shooter where zombies burst into your home and you have to take them out with a variety of weapons, including an exploding cheeseburger. Yes, you heard that right. The game has an experience system where you can earn new ability badges and weapon skins. But what if you're not into combat and crave a more relaxed experience? Number 4, Puzzling Places. I grew up doing jigsaw puzzles with my dad, so this one really brings me back to my childhood. It's a laid-back experience you can complete at your leisure. Bringing it into mixed reality helps you feel like you're really working on the puzzle without the pieces falling off the table or being swallowed by your family dog. I speak from experience. Number 5, Rube Goldberg Workshop. Of the 5 games on this list, this one really brings your home into the game. You can scan your room and use the actual surfaces, walls, and objects to your advantage to build your machine. When I was a kid, I tried for years to build one of these contraptions with dominoes and micro machine tracks. Let me just say it's a lot easier to do in VR, and also a heck of a lot less cleanup to do. Now, here are 5 games with mixed reality pass-through coming soon. Again, in no particular order. Number 1. Number 1, Space Dragon. Full disclosure, I work for 3 Pound Games, the developer of this game. Space Dragon is a bullet hell arcade shooter where your hands are literally dragons. You soar through the cosmos blowing up planets, battling an evil AI army, and facing gigantic space creatures. Now 3 Pound is adding mixed reality pass-through for the entire story campaign later this year along with some other gameplay modes. I'll leave a link to this and the other games in this video in the description. Number 2. Number 2, Espire 2. This one was just announced at Upload VR's Summer Showcase. In the Espire series, you play an operative remote controlling spy cyborgs in high stakes missions. Now developer Digital Load is bringing mixed reality into the game with the upcoming update MR missions. These are procedurally generated infiltration missions that will take advantage of your real world settings for room scale spy ventures. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't the biggest fan of the Espire games because I felt like both games kind of missed the mark on the stealth elements, but playing in your home at room scale seems like it could be a lot of fun. Number 3, Drop Dead the Cabin. This VR take on Call of Duty Zombies had its issues at launch and you can watch my review on this channel to get a full rundown of them. Well, I'm happy to say that since my review, most of the issues have been fixed and this co-op zombie survival shooter is a lot of fun. Unlike the other games on this list, the Cabin's mixed reality update doesn't seem like it's going to work on Quest 2, at least that's how the press release reads. It'll only be available for Quest 3 and Quest Pro owners. Number 4, Spatial Ops. We come after Resolution Games and their latest project is a competitive multiplayer shooter built specifically for mixed reality. The game will support up to 8 players with bot support for those who want to play solo. The game features all the modes you would expect like free for all, team deathmatch, capture the flag, among others. At the time of this video, there is a free beta available for Spatial Ops on SideQuest. Number 5, Broken Edge. Melee combat does very well in VR and Broken Edge is no exception. This beautiful pastel style 1v1 combat game lets you pick from a range of combatants all with different fighting styles and techniques and duel to the death. We admittedly don't know a lot about the pass-through update yet. I don't even think Trebuchet Studios has officially announced it. I know it's coming because Mark Zuckerberg showed off some footage on Instagram. As for my opinion on mixed reality, my opinion on mixed reality pass-through gaming has changed since the last time I spoke about it on this channel. Initially I was skeptical but fairly open-minded, and now I'm to the point of being excited to try something new. I got into VR to begin with because traditional gaming, with rare exceptions, had gotten boring for me and I needed something new to reinvigorate my love for gaming. VR has done that for me over the last 3 years, but I'm starting to hit a wall. After being fed a steady diet of roguelites and shooters and endless zombie titles, I'm ready for something a bit new. Yes, all 3 of those types were featured in this video, but the strength of VR for me was presenting old ideas in a new environment. Mixed reality has the potential to do the same. Not only that, but I've done dozens of VR demos with friends and family. I'm very careful to avoid putting them in apps that will induce motion sickness so they have the best possible experience. Despite that, some of the pushback I get is some people simply do not like not being able to see their actual environment. Full VR simply is not comfortable for everyone. Mixed reality can be the gateway for those people to experience how incredibly immersive these experiences can be while still giving the comfort of the real life setting. This may not appeal to VR enthusiasts, and that's okay. But ultimately, if you're a fan, you want this medium to grow. The path to that is to get as many people in the headsets as possible, and more importantly, to make sure they're enjoying their time in the headsets. I'll be sprinkling in some mixed reality impressions and reviews on this channel when Quest 3 launches, as hopefully, unlike Quest 2, I'll actually be able to record it. A few minutes ago I mentioned doing VR demos for friends and family that hadn't tried it before. If you'd like to know the games I use for those demos, click the video on the screen right now. And as always, thank you for watching.